That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
James Hunt for the untouchable, true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I wanted to do a follow-up video to my live that I did recently, and also the video I did after my live about Gervonta Davis and this whole recent retirement thing, because he's talking about retiring in 2025. And the thing about boxing is, I think, especially for people like me in the media who have to talk about boxing every day and make content every day, I think sometimes we do forget, because these fighters are so tough. They're so tough, and they're so brave, and they're so courageous, and they're so skilled, and they do something that 99.9% of the world cannot do, which is, fight at that level. They essentially risk failing in front of the world so that they can achieve that goal of becoming champion, because once you become a champion, no matter what happens after that point, they can never take away the fact that you were a world champion, so they risk it just for that moment in the sun, for that precious title of being champion, that level of respect that comes with that. These fighters are humans, and Gervonta Davis revealed in an interview, as you guys saw at the beginning of this video, with Dan Canobio. Salute to Dan Canobio. Go subscribe to Dan Canobio and go follow him on Twitter and go support everything he's doing, because he does do some great work with these interviews with the fighters. He's very good at getting the human side out of them. So shout out to Dan Canobio. But Gervonta Davis revealed in this particular interview that the reason why he's considering retirement, one of the main reasons he's considering retirement, is because, he wants to go to therapy and get a lot of the trauma that he has in his life, settled and out of him. And for a lot of us, let's just be honest. I grew up in South Florida, and there's some pretty rough parts of South Florida. And, I've seen some stuff, but it's not Baltimore. It's not Baltimore. Not even close. Growing up in Baltimore and seeing what Gervonta Davis had to have seen in his life, early in his life, growing up in group homes, I guarantee you there's a bunch of unresolved trauma there. And him being an older, more mature man now, he wants to resolve those things. And he admitted to that. And that shows growth. That shows humility. And that should be respected and applauded. He said in the interview that he's got 2 daughters now, so he's not trying to be this angry guy that he needs to be this devastating knockout machine that he's been in his boxing career. Because he knows if he goes to therapy and gets those things resolved, then he feels like he won't have the fire to continue to fight anymore. And he wants to be a more softer, more mature person for 2 daughters that he has. Now, look, I don't have any kids right now to speak of. And, I can only imagine that having kids would make any man look at the world differently. But I know for a fact, because I've seen it. I got friends that are fighters that have had daughters, and I've seen how they've changed having daughters. Having a daughter would definitely change your outlook in the world, and he has 2 of them. So who are we, the boxing public, to tell Gervonta Davis, what he should or shouldn't do as far as outside the ring with his life? That's his life. That's his prerogative. And only he has to walk his path in life the same way only you have to walk your path in life. All we can ask as boxing fans, and all I will continue to ask for and petition for as a boxing fan, is that in 2025, before Gervonta Davis, if he's telling the truth, if he's gonna lead the game, I would like him. I feel like he does owe it to the boxing fans to at least give us the Shakur Stevenson fight. If Shakur beats Floyd Schofield as expected, I think he's got to give boxing fans the Shakur Stevenson fight, because that's a fight that's been talked about for a long time. It's got a pretty long and deep story behind it. Those are 2 of the premier not young anymore because Tank's 30, but those are 2 of the premier fighters in American boxing. And there's not many fights in the USA that could do as the numbers that fight could do, I think, with Tank's star power and what he does by himself fighting like Frank Martin, if you pair that together with Shakur Stevenson what he's done, it's gonna make for a very successful, profitable fight in the USA. So I think that fight has to happen. Granted that Shakur can take care of business against Schofield, that fight has to happen in 2025. He's got to give the people the fights that they want to see before he leaves the game. And I think if Tank were to be involved in at least 2 big fights, let's just say if he fights any combination of Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, or Keyshawn Davis, if he were to give people 2 of those 4 fights before he retires, then I think there's not really much you could say. I think that would suffice. That'd be perfect. And then he can ride out into the sunset and go get what he needs to get in his life in order. Because boxing, one thing I know about it just from being in the media, on the media side and having friends in the fight game, is that this game will suck the life out of you. You know, it's very difficult to operate within the boxing game and maintain a healthy outlook on the world. You know, there's been times on YouTube where boxing has turned me into a better person. And I'm not even as deep into the boxing game as, let's say, a pay-per-view star like Gervonta Davis. He has to deal directly with promoters and people trying to suck the life out of him, financially speaking. So it's different. It's just different for a guy in his position. It doesn't matter even if you're another fighter that's been a champion, unless you're making the kind of money Gervonta Davis is making in boxing and had the status he has in boxing, you're not gonna fully understand what he's going through. So I'm not gonna act like I do fully understand what he's going through, but I do know boxing is a tough sport to make it in. Whether you're a fighter, reporter, media, manager, anything that you decide to do in boxing, it is a tough, arduous sport to make it in. So I applaud anybody who's tried to make it in boxing as a trainer or a coach or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's the news. Gervonta Davis says that one of the reasons he doesn't want to be involved in boxing anymore is because he just has a lot of unresolved things in his life and he wants to be a better man for his daughters. And who could say anything wrong about that? You know, we'll see if he holds true to what he's saying. But right now, I'm just taking it for what it is. Who is anybody to tell him that's wrong? What person that's watching this video that has a family of their own, that has kids of their own, doesn't want to be a better father to their kids or a better, you know, husband to their wife? Who doesn't want to be that for them? You know, so it's maturity, it's growth, and how I respect it. I respect it from Tank, and I wish him the best. And God bless him. I'll be praying for him. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about what Tank said? And yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here. Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.